Welcome to PMPA's Final Cut of the Week, where we share important information you may have missed while you were making essential parts. I'm Durain Davis.
And I'm Renee Merker, and this is what you need to know for the week ending February 2nd, 2024. Wednesday night was a win for our industry. The House of Representatives passed the bipartisan tax bill that would undo the tax increases that began taking effect on January 1, 2022, under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The Tax Relief for American Families and Workers Act of 2024 delays the R&D amortization provision until 2026 and reinstates full expensing, restores full expensing for capital investments, reinstates the EBITDA standard for interest deductibility, and increases the limitations on expensing under Section 179. This bill has everything PMPA lobbied for during our December 2023 fly-in: an R&D tax fix, restoring 100% expensing, and incentivizing investment in U.S. manufacturing. Over the past 2 weeks, PMPA members made their voices heard to get this victory in the House. So thank you to the many members who attended the fly-in and those who sent messages to their representatives to urge support and passage of this vital tax provisions. Now, we must continue our efforts if we want to cut our taxes and invest in the U.S. by pushing the Senate to take up and pass the bill immediately. Contact your senators today and urge them to support and pass the Bipartisan Tax Relief for American Families and Workers Act of 2024.
The Federal Reserve voted to maintain rates this week. According to the FOMC statement, quote, "The committee does not expect it will be appropriate to reduce the target range until it has gained greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably towards 2%. Unquote. Our take? The Fed will not provide another dot plot till the March meeting. The main quote from their statement indicates rates will not be going lower until they are sure inflation is settled into a long-term 2% range. With the latest CPI unadjusted coming in at 3.4, it may be a while before rates come down."
The Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index rose in January to 114.8, which is an increase compared to a revised 108.0 in December, marking the third consecutive monthly increase. This was the highest since December 2021. Additionally, the Present Situation Index, which is an assessment of consumers' perception of current business and labor market conditions, was up 161.3 from 147.2 last month. These are both very positive indicators, since consumer spending is the foundation of the U.S. economy.
Chad Moutre, chief economist at NAM, noted in his Monday email that new orders for manufactured durable goods, quote, increased 0.6% to a new record high, with transportation equipment excluded, unquote. Up 3 of the last 4 months, this is a continuing positive indicator for our industry.
JOLTS job openings jumped 101,000 in December. The December reading was the highest in the last 3 months, beating market expectations. The South region saw the largest increase in openings. It seems all the doom and gloom talk about layoffs in the news doesn't fit well with the stats. We have over 9 million jobs open currently, and that number has been rising since October 2023.
On this week's Speaking of Precision podcast, Miles Freed, Carly Kistler-Miller, and David Wynn explored the crucial role of goal setting and execution in precision machining shops. This podcast and our Speaking of Suppliers podcast can be found on major podcast platforms or on pmpa.org.
And now it's time for our weekly tip. Ability to provide your product on time and to specification is the true determinant in the real world of execution. That's why there is a gap between the dream world of business plans, what we think we can get, and the real world of monthly operating statements, what we got. To learn why service is more important than quality and price, go to PMPA.org's Knowledge Centers or Final Cut of the Week.
And that's our take on what you need to know for the week ending February 2nd, 2024. For additional information and links about any of the topics discussed today, go to PMPA.org and click on Final Cut of the Week.
Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next week.